to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly.
Ron Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob Mackley, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome into the locker room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. What a difference a day makes. Yesterday was rainy. Today is bright and sunny, albeit windy and a little chilly.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day out.
Sunday morning in the locker room, and let's welcome in the youth movement is back here with the Schweiner. Andrew Leeds, the intern. Danny Ryan, the producer, producing the show today. Fellas, good morning, Andrew.
Good morning, Billy. How you doing today?
Good morning, Danny.
You couldn't have put it better, Billy. It's sunny and shiny out today. Yesterday it was gloomy. You were talking about tornadoes before we hopped on the air.
So last night I get home right at 4:05. The Phillies game starts off. You know, I'm all excited, and by the way, I'm all Phillied up. We're streaming live on my YouTube channel
and the website.
The locker room, BillySchwein.com is the website. Andrew Lee's been working on it. It's fabulous.
You got to tune in. The old man finally got some swag.
Yeah, I got some swag. So last week I was giving you guys a hard time, or not a hard time, but I was asking you how much swag you have, and I was shocked that you guys have a lot of swag. I don't really have jerseys. Like I don't have an Eagles jersey. I don't have a Sixers or a Flyers jersey, but I found a Phillies jersey. A good friend of mine who's no longer with us. I played college football with him at Leeds McCray Junior College in Banner Oak, North Carolina. Bobby Ball, he had this Phillies jersey. It's a Ryan Howard. It's a real nice one.
The big piece.
The big piece. So I put it on for you guys today. The youth movement, going to try to intimidate the old man today. But, yesterday rainy, dreary. And then today sunny. But last night I get home right for the Phillies game to start. And I guess about an hour and a half into all of a sudden, and then the basketball game's on too. So I'm going back and forth. The first college game of San Diego State and FAU, which by the way was unbelievable. Came down to Butler takes a shot with 0.7 seconds. The ball leaves his hand.
You have to imagine that coach was panicking.
Could you imagine?
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
And they had a timeout and chose not to use it.
And they chose not to use it.
It's crazy.
So, but during the whole thing, we're getting all these tornado warnings. Channel 10, CBS they broke away. So I'm trying to find the game that was supposed to be on the CW Philly, was going back and forth there. But then all the stations were breaking in with the tornado. I had my doors open, my front door open so I could see out, so I could see if there's like a funnel cloud coming up my street or something, because it was really bad. It was ominous. I mean, the rain was coming down sideways. The wind, the lightning it was unbelievable.
You know, you can blame for that the Philadelphia Phillies after that terrible performance. They sent the storm over here from Texas, Arlington, Texas, 16-3. Are you kidding me? 27 runs in the first two games.
We're gonna be going on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. We're gonna ask Tommy what's going on, man. Like 2 days. Are our pitchers not ready, Andrew?
It started off. It doesn't look like it. I mean, we started off hot. I mean, going up 5-0 in the 3 innings against Jacob deGrom and the Texas Rangers. You know, it looked good, and then Aaron Nola just kind of fell apart, and then just doesn't seem like any of our pitchers have been right since.
Well, I don't want to blame the umpires / the referees, but I don't know about you guys, but this CB Buckner, this umpire, I don't think I've ever seen a game where he's not the centerpiece or the ire of both teams, not just the Phillies. And he was there. I mean, there was a ball that Wheeler threw right down the middle of the plate, and he called it a ball.
Then there were 2 occasions with Brandon Marsh, I believe, where he had a full count.
Yes,
terrible, like way outside
the plate. So I don't want to blame but how long is he going to continue to umpire?
It's really bad, and my friend mentioned this to me. It's a great point. It's really bad when a casual fan or even a pretty decent fan knows an umpire's name. If you know an umpire's name,
That's
That's a
exactly
great
right.
point.
that typically means he's terrible at his job. Now, there's a
Exactly.
few exceptions. Don't get me wrong. But the Angel Hernandez's, the CB Buckners, I mean, come on. That was terrible. And then the Yankees game, I'm not even sure who umpired that one, but I heard that was just atrocious the entire time.
You guys are a part of the young and second and third and fourth chances. Everybody gets a safe space. How long are we gonna give these guys?
I mean, CJ Buckner, I'm looking it up now. I mean, 2003 and 2006, he was named the worst umpire
Yes.
in the entire league. And that's,
Yikes.
16, 17 years ago. Why? I don't understand how he still managed to keep a job when he's had that negative reputation
It's
for
unbelievable.
decades
It's
now.
unbelievable. And I got to tell you, I will ask Tommy Greene this, but if your pitchers are head cases anyway, for the most part, right? You
Yeah.
heard that?
Yeah.
We'll ask
I've
Tommy,
heard that.
especially relievers. But if you're in a groove and you're throwing the ball and you're not getting strikes when there's strikes, it probably could throw you off as a pitcher.
I mean, you saw what Zach Wheeler had to say to him as he exited the game.
Yes.
Thompson
Yeah.
had to come out and just calm him down a little bit. He had a few choice words for Buckner, and I don't blame him at all. I mean, that's unlike Zach Wheeler. The calls, I should say, were all over the place the entire game. Like you said, right down the middle, and he wasn't seeing it. It's terrible that the fans with that terrible Texas Rangers camera angle, too, could see that those were strikes. It's just
Wheeler threw 94 pitches in 3 1/3, 4 1/3 innings.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a lot.
And he labored through that whole thing. I mean, and then they hit pitches that were, I thought, good pitches.
Yeah, and he was also taking that pitch clock down to like 1 second. I mean, you have to imagine that was affecting him a little bit too, along with not getting the calls he felt he should have got.
So we'll get into Phillies baseball today. The tournament last night, I thought that FAU San Diego State was a really good game.
Yeah,
to watch
any game that
throughout
comes
throughout the tornado interruptions.
Yeah.
But FAU they led the whole game.
Yeah, and any game that ends with a 0.07 shot.
You can see
clock.
when the ball left his hand, you could see on the clock 0.7 seconds.
Any game that comes that close is a great game. And I mean, it would have been sweet to see FAU pull off that Cinderella story, becoming a 9 seed, having that chance.
Because we looked it up yesterday.
Yeah, Villanova.
Yesterday, April 1st, 1985. Villanova won the national championship as another 8 seed.
They were the lowest seed ever, so they could have
They were
had the
number
chance
8,
to
right?
take that. Yeah, they were number 8,
Right.
so they could have had the chance to break that record. But
glad they did.
unfortunately,
I'm glad they did.
yeah, as a Philly guy, it's nice to see that we keep that in
And
place.
then hour 2, how about this story, guys? We're going to talk with Hannah Hidalgo. She's played at Paul VI High School.
Yeah,
3-time All South Jersey player. She won the Gatorade Player of the Year in New Jersey. New Jersey.
Yeah, she's
And
impressive.
She just got the co-MVP of the McDonald's All-American Basketball Game Classic.
Yeah, and you see what Caitlin Clark is doing in the Women's March Madness tournament. We might have ourselves another one
Right.
coming up, another superstar coming straight from Jersey.
She was co-MVP of the All-American McDonald's All-American Game. We're going to talk to her at 11:30. She's going to be at practice in Texas. She's going to take time out to call the show. I think that's pretty cool. We're going to have to thank her for that.
Talk about staying committed to the grind right there.
Yeah, right?
Getting her practice in and then hopping on talking to the media right after.
She
She's already a true pro.
She knows the importance of getting in the locker room with
That's
Billy
right.
Schwein on
That's right,
97.3
fellas.
ESPN.
She goes from the real locker room to the locker room with Billy Schwein after.
I called the AD at Paul VI High School, Mark, and I talked to him. And he said, "Yeah, I'll try to set it up." They got right back to me. The parents, Orlando and Tamara, and they're down in Texas. She's practicing down there. We'll ask her what she's doing, but I'm excited to talk to her, and that's a feather in her cap. So,
hey, if she's in Texas, she's got to talk to Buckner and get his calls straight.
Oh, man. And then finally, I'd be remiss if we didn't talk about the Flyers, because the night before, the Flyers really impressed me with their effort against Ottawa. And last night, I still saw that same effort, but they just didn't get it done. They get beat like 6-3, I think it is.
Yeah, but they were up 3-1.
But it was watchable. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's been watchable recently.
It's been watchable
ever since that game that I went to against the Panthers that they won 6. I'm just saying, maybe they just needed the intern to grace them with their presence.
So we got all that to talk about today and more. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. Surety is an industry-wide leader with a team of experts that will help you through the entire process, from contract signing to closing, from the shortest center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. That's 609-399-1227. I want to tell everybody about Lavari's Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 at Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials. They're open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night, $1 wings, $2.50 domestic drafts, live music every Friday night. If you want to book a private party, give Dave Lavari a call, 609-628-2225. That's 609-628-2225. And tell Dave Lavari that the locker room says hello. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds, and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Seager swings and drives the ball to center field. It is gone.
We kick off the season in Arlington, Texas, where Corey Seager and the Rangers welcome Trey Turner and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Trey Turner, two-run home run.
The Rangers and Phillies on Sunday Night Baseball.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM. Coverage begins at 7 p.m.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you've never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600, 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cashback app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code HACK to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code HACK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code HACK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Toms River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim. The youth movement is back here on a Sunday morning. Andrew Leeds, the intern. Danny Ryan at Stockton and Rowan represented well here in the locker room. All right.
Yeah, go Ospreys.
Go Ospreys, he says.
Ospreys
How about that, Danny?
Ospreys thing. We beat them in the NJAC championship this year in basketball.
Wow.
It's all right. It's all right.
No, what's up with that, Andrew?
Yeah, I'm not a player. I just talk.
Love it, man.
I will say, you might have the better.
You got bragging rights.
Yeah, well, I do. But you might have the better team name.
I think you guys ought to mix it up a little bit.
What? What do you mean?
We could play some more.
Drop the gloves a little bit.
Get in the cage. Get a little
have a locker room fight.
You know what? So let's let this show go wherever it takes us. Wait, how do you guys feel about it? You guys are young.
Mm-hmm.
How do you guys feel about fighting in the NHL?
Oh, I love it.
You love it.
Yeah.
You didn't grow up on it because the game's changed during your lifetime.
Yeah. No, but the NHL. I mean, whenever there's a good fight,
you think that it's a integral part of the game.
You don't want to
see you like to see a good fight here and there, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like when I went to that Flyers game a couple weeks ago, I was disappointed. It didn't seem like we were going to get a fight, and then we did end up getting one towards the end. But like, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily like I don't think every team needs a fight, but I think the fact that it is a league where it's allowed to happen and it can just happen it's not allowed.
I mean, so it's not like so violent that you can't. Well, you like it.
Yeah, fights always
the physicality and the fights. All right, Danny, what about you? You're a young buck.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been a huge NHL guy. I've said that, on everything I've been on, but I will say, as Andrew kind of pointed out, it makes the sport unique. It's allowed in the sport. I like it, honestly, because, not only are you skating on ice with ice skates and you're trying to get this small little puck into this small goal with a huge guy and all these pads on, but you also have to take the beating and the hit checks from all of the players. And occasionally, if somebody doesn't take kindly to it, you're dropping the gloves and going pound for pound. And I love that.
I'm going to tell you two guys something. I played a lot of hockey in my day. There is nothing harder than going into the corner for that little puck with two or three guys draped all over you. Mm-hmm. The physicality of that, and then once you get the puck cleared out, then you got to skate.
While I'm not a huge hockey fan, I will say the hardest sport order goes as follows: hockey 1A, baseball 1B. And I'm a huge baseball guy. Hockey is the hardest sport, in my opinion, to play.
Oh, God, I love it. It's a great game to play, Andrew, but I'll tell you what, man, those guys are in tip-top shape.
Oh, for sure. They definitely are. I feel like get underappreciated in terms of athletes because, I mean, you look at it, it's a lot of, they don't necessarily look like the typical athlete when you just see, like, their face and, like, their body, but then they're just out there, risking their body every night.
Listen, I played basketball with some of the former Flyers, and they could dribble a basketball to save their lives. But they're very athletic, and when it comes to skating and hand-eye coordination, the physicality of the game, it's a great game to play. And man, it's comforting to hear that you young guys still enjoy the that aspect of the game. And by the way, it would be remiss if we didn't congratulate Steve Coates on a wonderful career. He spoke to the team. They had a ceremony for him, and I watched some of that. I got a little choked up because we've had Chris Wheeler on here on the program. Wheeler and Coates kind of were like the same type of guy for their sport. And while I didn't appreciate them, both of those guys earlier on in their career, boy, I sure look back and they are a treasure for the Phillies and the Flyers. And we're gonna miss Steve Coates. He's a colorful person. He's a great guy, and we wish him well in retirement. We're gonna have to get him in here in the locker room
for sure,
and just to have him tell stories.
Yeah,
because the stories he has is phenomenal.
He definitely is. I'm sure is a man of many stories.
All right, now let's get back to the Phillies, Danny, because on Thursday You went.
Yes.
Ryan went to the or Andrew went to the Phillies watch party.
Yeah, I went to the Phillies official opening day watch party over in King Prussia just by myself because the girlfriend had work. My brother Rowan, he had classes. Everybody's busy. So
Actually, the real truth of it is, I put him on assignment.
Hold on. Did you just say your brother goes to Rowan?
My brother does go to Rowan.
Oh, we've got split allegiances here.
Wow,
He went to Stockton, but his program. He's a mechanical engineer.
Oh my
Had
goodness.
5 years of Stockton. Now he has to finish at Rowan.
He's betraying the intern.
Yeah,
Come on.
no, I know. Me and my brother, we always like to laugh how
truth be told, I said you got to go on assignment. You got to go up there and cover this.
Yeah.
So then I said to him, Danny, I said, Andrew, get an interview. Who's there? And he says, Mickey Morandini and Milt Thompson. I said, well, they do a lot of work with the Phillies. They're like the representatives.
Yeah.
And so we've had Mickey Morandini on before a few times.
Yeah.
I haven't had Milt Thompson on, I don't think. So I said, get an interview with him.
Yeah.
Just make sure you introduce yourself, and so we're gonna go ahead and play your first interview. And I think I thought you did a fabulous job.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate that. I tried.
Were you nervous?
A little bit. I was more
You didn't
nervous.
sound nervous.
See, I was a little nervous after pressing play and realized I didn't have any questions actually prepared. But he kind of gave me some good answers that gave me better questions for better answers.
I thought you did a fabulous job. By the way, I sent it on to Tom Jackson. Did he tell you about that?
You told me.
Did I? Okay.
Yeah, and my mom. He texted my mom about it.
Let's go ahead and play that because this is Milt Thompson on opening day. How about the intern from Stockton? Or excuse me, Stockton.
Yeah, Stockton. I mean,
that was
you tell me
good.
you didn't have any questions prepared. It seemed like you were rapid firing your questions off. You
No,
were
I
great.
mean,
Come on.
I credit that more to. I mean, I had the one question, which honestly Billy fed to me. He said, ask what you think the chances are of repeating, and then from there he mentioned Reese. So I was like, all right, talk about the Reese injury. He mentioned
You
pitching.
went right into it, Danny.
Talk about the rotation.
Talk about thinking on the fly.
Talk about that. Give a grade for that, Danny.
I'm gonna give
If you were the professor,
If you were a Stockton University,
you're a Stockton University professor. What grade you giving him?
Professor Ryan gives gives student Andrew Leeds. I'm gonna give you a B+ on that one.
I'll take that.
A B+ is a great grade.
You're a tough mark. I was going to go with A.
Hey, listen,
Not A+.
A's are for
That's
any
like-
award-winning type pieces.
Right.
I'm gonna give him a B+.
But
there.
for
I
the
will
first one,
gladly accept that.
Yeah.
For my
first one,
I'm proud of it. I'm
Good
I'm
job,
really
Andrew.
happy he
good
gave
job.
me that.
Leeds.
Yeah, the intern.
I'm going to make you a star.
Yeah, he
We'll
texted
go
me
from
that
the
the other
intern
night.
to the star.
I texted that to him the other night. He was laughing. He thought that was pretty funny.
Yeah.
But there are a couple of things that Milt Thompson said that I want to focus on. Health, first and foremost, is the most important thing. But the other thing that he said was selflessness. knowing your role, and I don't care what team you're playing on, whether it's the Eagles, Phillies, Flyers, and Sixers, when you have selflessness on your team, that bodes well for your chances of success.
Yeah.
When you guys are a fine-willed machine, and there's nobody, like, there's no egos in the way.
Mm-hmm.
You guys think about that.
That's what this team is going to have to do this year. And you saw it last year. I mean, they weren't, the favorites to come out of the National League, to go to the World Series. They weren't even hot before that little stretch ahead of the playoffs. I mean, they just caught fire, as everyone says, at the right time. And that came from everyone being selfless. So, you're completely right, Billy. I think that this team, especially with the Reese Hoskins injury, and now we might not see Painter until who knows if we even see him this year, maybe midway through the season, depending on if he gets surgery. There's a lot of adversity this team's trying to fight through. So it's gonna take selflessness, especially with how the analysts are ranking the Braves and Mets above them.
Yeah. I think that the Phillies, like, and you know what, everybody's like, they're going to be the third team. They're the third team in the NL East in rankings. And then they get off to, like, they've given up 27 runs in the first two games. But it's only 2 games in, so let's not get all excited.
That's how I keep myself sane.
Right.
Yeah, and I do believe that this team does have, like Milt said, that this team does seem to have that selflessness.
Okay, I think that's a key ingredient. Of course, on the other side, we're going to go on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. On the other side, want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases from the shore to center city and every place in between. Surety Title is there for you at 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900 or call the Ocean City office at 609-399-1227. A new wind is blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience it for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving, and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi and schedule your test drive today. All right, when we return, we'll go on the mound with Tommy Greene. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's the NCAA Championship game tomorrow, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM. Who'll cut down the nets this season? Keep it locked to 97.3 ESPN to find out.
Way downtown, it's good. Splash City.
It's the NCAA Championship game, brought to you by
Calvi Electric and Progressive Fence and Rail.
Exclusively on your home for the NCAA Tournament. 97.3 ESPN FM.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call Lenigan, again and again. Call Lenigan, again and again.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/BeSmart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right, you don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait, text PLACE to 200-300.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too. The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Maximum $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Hi, we're back here. Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds. Yep. Danny Ryan, the youth movement, back in with me here on Sunday morning. Now, I'll tell you what, baseball season, I love this segment because, we're worried. It's the first – I know it's early. It's the first 2 games. But when you see, as a fan, when you see the Phillies give up 27 runs in 2 games, you start to, what's going on? We have Tommy Greene every Sunday throughout the baseball season to calm us down or maybe get us excited. Today's going to calm us down.
Yeah.
But you guys, I don't know if you young bucks know that Tommy Greene threw a no-hitter.
Of course we know.
Do you know that? Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure you young bucks know what we got here.
Hey, he's a living legend.
He is. So let's go on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. A longtime partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Designated hitters win games. Designated drivers save lives. Take the Hero Pledge today at herocampaign.org. And remember, to be a hero, be a designated driver. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome in the man himself, former Philadelphia Phillies pitcher, Tommy Greene. Good morning, T.
Good morning, my friend. Good to be on again with you.
Tommy, I'm so happy to have you on after what we saw last night. I'm like, I know it's early, and you know me, I'm emotional, but there's reason for thinking about
say that again, Billy.
But Tommy, man, 27 runs in 2 games to Texas?
Yeah, they're not real good right now.
Yeah, you can say that again.
Hey, that's just plain and simple. That's just, you chalk that up. They've had a couple horrible games and just nobody could get nobody out. We've had that in the past happen, and the game's got a wicked way to kind of humbling you a little bit, and then you get back to the things you need to do well, and you got to tip your hats to the Rangers a little bit because the mistakes we've made, they've capitalized on.
Hey, Tommy, when after the run, because you guys in '93 went on a nice run, but after last year's run, and you have a start like this, you say this game's humbling, but do the guys? They have a talk at the end of the game. Go, let's get our heads out of our let's go.
Oh yeah, because nobody's gonna feel sorry for you. You're only gonna feel sorry for yourself. I mean, so you got to get out there and play the game like you know how to play it, and go and do the things that get you back on track. Baseball players are creatures of habit, and so you're working on things that make you better. You're reinforcing the positives, and that's what you're trying to do. Those games are over with now. They gotta learn from what they did and work on the things that get them better. And that's the thing, because you got to forget about what happened yesterday. You learn from them, but you got to be able to forget about them.
And like I said, it's a marathon. This season, baseball, it's a marathon. So obviously, we're not getting too excited. But is anybody? Would you imagine that there's somebody in that locker room that's saying, "Let's go, guys," or it's just still too early to get all worried about it?
Well, I mean, they're also when guys are making mistakes. I mean, it's not just one guy. It's a group of guys making mistakes. You know, nobody's really. I mean, I can't say nobody. They had some guys that pitched well, you know, and then they've had the majority of the guys that haven't. You know, so guys are together. They're reinforcing. I mean, each other. You know, because they all know they've been there and done that. And know how to have success and have had success. But like I said earlier, the game's got a way of humbling you a little bit and kind of puts you in check. And then you got to start and go about your business and do things, you know, a step at a time a little bit to reinforce your positives that make you a better player.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. We're on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign every Sunday throughout the baseball season. Tommy, I don't want to blame the umpires, but this CB Buckner, I mean, he's always the focal point every time. I mean, when you have both teams mad at you, it's like every year this guy infuriates people. How long? Like, why is Major League Baseball let this guy umpire?
I was thinking about that before. I mean, earlier this morning about, you know, if we talk about the games and stuff. I know, especially yesterday's game, and you start looking at the influence of umpires and how they have on games, it changes the momentum in games, you know, a little bit. You know, and I didn't want to name a name, but there's a couple umpires I dislike.
Angel Hernandez, I'll name him for you, Tommy.
Well, I'm not going to name names, but you know, but there's a couple that have influence. They have influence games, and think sort of they're out there. People out there to watch them a little bit, and they're not ever wrong, and they can admit when they're wrong. And that's to me, that's what I have a problem with. If you got a guy out there that's trying to do his best, he misses the ball or whatever, and he admits a fault a little bit. Say, hey, I missed that. You know, I can live with that. My catcher can live with that, but we still want him to be better because it's how the Philadelphia people. They hold us accountable. You know, there's some guys they know that go about their business the right way and they work hard and do things, but when they still fail and they're not living up to what they think, you know, they should, they let you know. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, you know, the way you go about it sometimes, you know, it means a lot. And some of those guys I just got a distaste for. Now, I thought about this. Now you're gonna hear the argument. Okay, what about the robot umpire? I still don't. I have no desire to see something like that hit Major League Baseball.
Right.
Mm-hmm. You know, I like the human element. They've done enough changing the game, I think. But you know, I like the umpires back there. You know, it makes us have to adjust, and it's the human part of the game that it is. Now we have to live, you know, with the guys that are making the mistakes, but for the life of me, you know, the accountability and what they go through, what's the repercussions of them missing pitches and stuff all the time and still, you know,
having a
job. You know, it's just like if we fail like that, we find ourselves on a slow boat to China. You know? I mean, it's just the way it is.
Hey, Tommy, this is Andrew Leeds. You mentioned earlier that baseball players are creatures of habit, and having made it to a World Series yourself, I was wondering, do you think there's any chance that just, you know, going on that run and making it all the way to the World Series, that they're still a little fatigued since they're not used to having to play so deep into November?
Well, I mean, everybody's different, and you know, I see, and everybody the way things are used. You know, I know with the pitching staff in general, you know, the daily grind. You know, guys got to train. I mean, they train to try to make it through the season. I know that's what we try to do. It's a war. You know, it's not just a battle; it's a war, and it lasts a while. You know, throughout the year, and you're trying not to make gains during the year as far as you're taking care of yourself. You're trying to maintain the consistency and treat your body right so it recovers during the course of the season, you know. And sometimes when you get in the off season, I know the way And if you do go into postseason, what I noticed, it's this, you can't make the gains you were hoping to make, to get back, so to speak, maybe where you were during the last off seasons, maybe because you just didn't have time to do it, because you don't want to try to move too quick, because you're risking injury doing stuff like that, trying to get back to the point, strength wise and things that you're doing, and maintaining your flexibility and stuff like that. But also you need the time off. Sometimes you need that physical time off to let your body kind of repair itself a little bit. You can't keep beating on it all the time. You got to listen to your body, and that's the thing you try to figure out. It's possible. There's teams that showed you they can go be year in and year out do that, and they figured out. I mean, all the guys that are the mainstays, they have figured out what makes their bodies tick and how to get it to respond and come back in a positive manner without hopefully having any injuries. And see, that's been the key part we talk about all the time, is us not having the injuries. And that's what we've kind of struggled with right off the bat again. Is some of our main guys are, or some of the guys we're counting on a little tweaked up. We got to get some of those guys back, especially in the pitching rotation, a little bit, our starting staff. We got to have Ranger. We need him back. We need those guys to come, but we got to have some guys that step forward. That's like we did last year. And that's the key to a winning club. It's not just one set of guys. It takes a 40-man roster or the whole organization, because you never know who. You need somebody to step up that makes a difference.
We're talking with former Phillies pitcher Tommy Greene. We go on the mound with Tommy Greene every Sunday throughout the baseball season, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign. Hey, Tommy, Turner's off to a pretty good start. The first two games, he's batting .333. Romuto, Derek Hall. I mean, look, he's getting an opportunity. He's hitting .286 in the first two games. I mean, I know it's really early, but I'm just saying we're getting some offensive production from our players. It seems like the pitching's let us down.
Yeah, it's just the pitches has let us down. Offensive wise, we've done some things. Yesterday, we had our chance to do things, and we shot ourselves in the foot a little bit on some base running. I think didn't read a ball right, and I think it was Castellanos, but I'm happy with the way he started out. Swinging the bat and hitting. I mean, he's batting whatever he's 4 for 9
he's 444 after two games.
Yeah, he's 4 for 9. So, that's, we want him right where he's at. But still, you're talking about the little things. You're talking about the base running things that kind of puts a halt in the inning. The difference between us getting a run and keeping the momentum and another hit. You never know the way they position guys that we don't get another hit and another run, type thing. So unless it being 3 runs, we get 5 in that situation. We tie it up, and it puts the game in a different light a little bit. You get Evaldi out of there quicker, or you get in their bullpen. It changes things, So that's why it's important to capitalize on things when you got the chance. The things, and every little thing matters, So. And it's not that I'm harping on, just that one instance, but it's just, you got to take everything in a group and say, hey, we have to be consistent at the things that we know we can do well. You can run the bases,
right?
You can, and that type of, and read balls, trust in your third base coach. I mean, sometimes it's hard to hear, you got to read balls off the bat. And I know why Castellanos didn't make it home on that, even though it was a double over the right fielder's head.
Well, the ball was lost in the sun.
It was going to be out.
Yeah, the ball was lost in the sun.
He thought it was going to be out. It was a line drive. It was a hard hit ball, but the guy, he's got to. If he's watching the plays in front of him, because he's going back to tag up. He's going back to tag up, and the plays in front of him, he's got to be able to say that guy's lost it, and he's got to turn around and go, and I think he could have made it,
Well, the sun was in the players.
It's a big play.
The sun was in the right fielder's eyes. I don't think he saw it off the bat. But let's turn our attention, Tommy, real quick. For the last minute we have you, Bailey Falter on the mound today. They got to salvage 1 out of 3. What do you want to see out of Bailey Falter today?
Well, it's obviously those guys have shown, the Rangers have shown they've been real aggressive in coming in and trying to jump on guys. So he's got to make quality pitches early in this ball game. Now, they have to be perfect, but he's got to make real quality pitches, and get some outs early because they've worked some deep counts on us, on our starting guys, and we need to get some little bit of length out of him today because our first two guys have made it through 5 innings. So we need him to start out, locked in pretty good and making quality pitches. And hopefully, that first time you can get through the first time through the lineup right there on a lower pitch count than say good.
Get a little longevity in there, T. Greene.
Let's do it.
As always, Tommy, we appreciate you taking time on Sunday morning to get a little Phillies baseball talk. See you next week, buddy.
All right, you got it, pal.
There he is. On the
one.
Mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by the John R. Elliott Hero Campaign for designated drivers. A longtime partner of the Philadelphia Phillies, reminding you not to drink and drive and to always have a designated driver. Designated hitters win games. Designated drivers save lives. Take the Hero Pledge today, herocampaign.org. And remember, to be a hero, be a designated driver. I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is powered by Surety Title. Surety provides comprehensive title insurance protection and professional settlement services for home buyers and sellers, real estate agents, brokers, lenders, home builders, developers, and attorneys to facilitate your real estate purchases. From the shore to Center City and every place in between, Surety Title is there for you with 15 office locations in New Jersey and PA. That's Surety Title. For more information, call my good friend Ron Conklin at 856-988-8900. Just about everybody in our area has heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. But were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events that seems to fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we'll wrap up hour number 1. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds, and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Here's what you missed on Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max.
The epitome of winning, the epitome of toughness, the epitome of the best ever. MJ. Charles Barkley criticized MJ. MJ hasn't talked to Charles Barkley ass since. So, I'm sorry, what generation was MJ from? This is how players live. We're built this way. Get out of here with that. Let's stop acting like players weren't always sensitive. The greatest player of all time, the toughest guy, the most mentally strong, is sensitive towards Charles Barkley, saying he's a horrible GM and owner. Get out of here, Chuck, on that. And I love Chuck as my dude. It's not a generational thing. It's just the way it is.
Keyshawn, J. Will, and Max. Weekday mornings at 6 on 97.3 ESPN. Brought to you by
Ocean Casino. Get your game on at the Gallery, bar booking games in Ocean Casino Resort. Go to the Gallery. Go to the Ocean. Go for the win. For more info, visit theoceanac.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
Ask Sherwin-Williams during the spring sale, March 24th through April 3rd, and get 35% off paints and stains with prices starting at $28.92. That means 35% off our most popular color family, blue. Psychologists have found it to be soothing and relaxing, which makes it especially great for bedrooms and bathrooms. And of course, 35% off all of our other colors. Shop the sale online or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Cash back is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
Billy, your gas light's on. We need to stop and fill up.
No way, Jen. Gas around here is too expensive. We can make it a little further.
Billy, listen to your big sister. You don't need to drive all over searching for the lowest gas prices. Do what I do and use Upside.
Upside?
Do you live under a rock, Billy? Upside is the hottest cash back app out there. It's free to download, and you get real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy. I use it all the time, and I've already made around $200.
You can make that kind of cash back just for buying the gas you have to buy anyway?
Yes, I'm looking at the Upside app now, and there's a gas station at the next exit offering 25 cents per gallon cash back.
Okay, I'm stopping to download Upside and fill up my tank. Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code HACK to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code HACK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code HACK for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. By the way, I got my Tiguan. I love that car, man. It's sharp.
Yeah.
There's a lot of them on the road because it's a good car.
Mm-hmm.
The Volkswagen Tiguan. Up to Tom's River Volkswagen and ask for Huey. No, my locker room saying it.
That's your good-looking car in the parking lot?
That's me, man.
Oh, man.
Hey, listen, I want to remind people, we, the locker room and Tara's Happy Boxes have teamed up. Tara's a good friend of mine, her and her husband, Jimmy, but they're doing a very worthwhile cause. They're Tara's Happy Boxes is having a fundraiser event on Saturday, June 17th at the American Legion over there in Summers Point. They'll have prizes, the Chinese auction, they accept donations, but the money's to help children with needy children and children with serious illness.
Yeah, it's a great cause.
Yeah, it's a great cause. So send her an email, Tara's Happy Boxes at gmail.com, or give a call at 609-415-8398. You can make a donation and tell Tara the locker room sent you. Also, Danny, are you aware that our intern Andrew Leeds just got hired by the Philadelphia Eagles?
Let's go, brother.
Look at this guy.
Let's go.
Fly Eagles fly, baby.
Look at you.
I worked there last
First, he's
year.
working in the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yep.
Now he's interviewing Milt Thompson.
Now he's an Eagles game day staff member.
Eagles game day
2023
staff
game day staff.
It's
member.
fun. It's a really fun
You did
time.
it, right?
Yeah,
Did you do
Danny.
it, Danny?
I did it this past season. Obviously, you saw the success they had.
So tell him what he's getting into.
You're getting into.
What's he going to be doing?
I mean, you're getting into a free ticket to every game.
Exactly.
That
You get-
should be enough.
It's not even free. You're getting paid.
Exactly. You're getting paid to watch these games.
Yeah, but what is his responsibilities?
Well, typically they'll have you ticket taking, doing some usher roles, making sure nobody's walking through the aisles as the game's going on, blocking the play. If you're not doing that, then you might be doing some 50-50 raffle services. But regardless, you have a break.
Does he
You
have
can
to wear a
watch the game
tie?
little bit.
Because he doesn't own it.
no.
You guys, by the way, you two knuckleheads don't own. Do you guys own a suit or tie or anything?
No,
All
not
right.
one that fits. Not one that fits.
Let's not go as far to say I don't have a tie. I've got a
I've got-
collection
But I
of
remember
ties.
I was
Yeah.
teasing you guys.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
wear a jacket, and both of you looked at each other and go, well, I don't know.
Well, to his point, I had a jacket. I've gained a few LBs. I don't have a jacket that fits me anymore, but I've got a collection of ties because my old man set me up pretty good. He gave me his hand.
Now, do you know how to do a tie?
Oh, I just learned like a month and a half ago.
I kind of know.
Are you serious?
I kind of know.
It took me like at least 3 YouTube videos, and finally, you know when something just clicks, and you're like, "Oh my god, I
How
did
long
it!"
did it take you two knuckleheads to tie your shoes?
Oh, way too long. I was
Listen.
terrible.
I figured it out. I had the help of my babysitter at the time. She made it a goal to teach all of her kids she was watching. So
My 7-year-old daughter
Yeah.
just learned how to tie her shoes.
Oh, I was older than that. I don't know how old I was. I still only know how to do the 2 bunny ears method. I don't
As
know
long
how
as you
people
guys,
do that.
as long as you guys enjoy a good hockey fight and want to see that part of the game, I've got no problem with the youth movement.
to Andrew's point too, I can only do the 2 bunny ears tie as well. I mean, it's the easiest one. Come on.
I've got one quick question to pivot back to the Eagles game day job. You know, we're here in the locker room with Billy Schweim over on 97.3 ESPN. Will I ever be in the locker room for the Philadelphia Eagles? Were you ever in a situation?
Ooh, I was not.
No details, obviously.
No. I mean, I was not, honestly. Concierge staff probably has the best chance.
Is he up in the press box area? Will he be up there?
Well, that's the thing. Like concierge staff,
or is he out with the peeps?
He's going to be an event staff game day member. So
see, I don't know for sure. I'm assuming because they're technically tied together.
So you may get your assignment when you get closer to actually getting on as an employee, but. In concierge staff, they are more behind the scenes stuff. They do a lot of club box stuff. They escort
What's the
people
attire?
there.
Do you have to get dressed up?
No, they give you a uniform. They give you a uniform. Yeah. You know what's shocking?
Eagles jacket with a crest?
No, it's a Lincoln Financial Field jacket and Lincoln Financial Field shirt.
An Eagles thing.
And it's all red. It's all red. It's not green. It's not, and the shirt's white, but your jackets and stuff red, your pants black. So it's that you stand out and people know how to look for you. But I'll tell you
that's
what,
why. They can't give you a green shirt because then how is anybody ever going to
exactly? But it's a good time, and you're going to get free tickets to every game.
So he gets to go to every game for free, and he gets paid.
I got to watch the second round and the NFC Championship game for free. I witnessed history for free. Actually,
I'm hoping they
I made a profit witnessing history. That's
now,
crazy.
what about the facial hairs? You gonna have to lose any?
I rock this all season, baby. Come on.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
It's age against youth in here today.
Yeah, we got the Phillies going on tonight.
Yeah, we got the Phillies at 8 o'clock on ESPN, I believe.
Yeah.
Get back on
Bailey Falter on the hill. On the other side, we're going to talk Eagles football. We're going to play a clip from Howie Roseman, who's on Jason Kelsey's podcast.
New Heights.
Great show.
And we're going to talk Eagles football. We'll talk 76ers. Got a big game tonight against the Milwaukee Bucks.
Giannis Antetokounmpo. Say it with me, Billy. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Antetokounmpo.
Little does Andrew know he's saying it wrong as well. Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Okay. You got to roll it. See, Leeds, you got to roll the tongue a little bit, all right?
Antetokounmpo.
And is Joel Embiid slipping in the MVP race? Who
knows?
knows?
Talk about it all on the other side. It's the locker room with Billy Schwein, the intern, Andrew Leeds, Danny Ryan, and the youth movement in here with the locker with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Seager swings and drives the ball to center field. It is gone.
We kick off the season in Arlington, Texas, where Corey Seager and the Rangers welcome Trey Turner and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Trey Turner, two-run home run.
The Rangers and Phillies on Sunday Night Baseball.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM. Coverage begins at 7 p.m.
Get in on all the action throughout the month of March with Madness Zone at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort. Take in the college basketball tournament with a panoramic view of all the games, a beverage in your hand, a bet placed on your favorite team, and an atmosphere like no other. Watch, bet, eat, and drink all tournament long at the Gallery Bar Booking Games in Ocean Casino Resort. For more information, visit theoceanac.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's April, and you know what that means? Taxes are almost due. Jackson Hewitt can help you win tax season. That's the sound of your maximum tax refund. The sound of getting 50% off tax prep. The sound of many of our competitors' prices going up. And the sound of getting to your nearest Jackson Hewitt. Hurry in for 50% off tax prep before this offer expires April 9th. Limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Hi, honey. Happy first day back at work. Can't wait to see you tonight. We are so proud of you.
Daddy, love you.
There are many reasons to start recovery. If you or someone you love is struggling with addiction, we are here to help. Call us. Our trained counselors are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week to help. Your recovery is within reach. Call 844-REACH-NJ to learn about medication that can support your recovery. A message from the New Jersey Department of Human Services.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
Now, back by popular demand from New Jersey Lottery fans, it's the Green Ball.
Hi, yes, I'm rested, back in shape, and ready to help my Jersey Cash 5 players.
Green Ball, is it true you give players a free second chance to win up to $50,000?
That's how I roll. When you see me in the game, that means a second drawing and another chance to win.
Only through April 2nd, look out for the Green Ball and Jersey Cash 5. Must be 18 or older to buy a lottery ticket. Please play responsibly. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. For game odds and promotion details, visit njlottery.com/JC5.
South Jersey's play-by-play home for the Eagles,
Touchdown!
Sixers, and Flyers.
He scored!
97.3 ESPN, WENJ, WENJ HD Millville, Atlantic City, a Town Square media station.
Red 83!
Welcome to the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Philly. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schwein.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Get me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schwein.
All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, broadcasting live from the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. The intern, Andrew Leeds. Danny Ryan, producer today, the youth movement here in the locker room. Guys revealing to us that they just learned how to tie ties, and they don't have you might have one jacket, jacket in your closet.
Make that 0.
0.
Yeah. Through the last one I had.
You guys don't own a jacket.
I'm telling you, I had it. The freshman 15 made me not have it. I had to throw it out. You know
what?
Yeah.
Anymore today, you go out to dinner. Back when I was a kid, you usually get dressed up to go to dinner. Like if you go to a nice restaurant.
Yeah.
Back in the day, people would go to the Crab Trap or Zabers used to be a big place way back in the day. You had to get dressed up.
Yeah.
And if you walked into a place without a jacket, they'd give you one.
Really?
Nowadays, you go out, you see people in sweatpants, and
Yeah.
shorts, and they look like,
I do own quite a few button-ups, both
Yeah.
short sleeve and long. That's more, I feel like today's generation are kind of ditching the suits and just wearing the nice pants and
but
button-ups.
you think you go out to dinner, you look presentable.
No, we
for
do.
sure.
And for us, I'm sure.
I went to the Olive Garden the other night. I saw a whole family come in. They look like they just got out of bed.
Well, Olive Garden's fake Italian.
I
Give me a
know.
break.
Well,
Come
I'm
on.
just saying.
You should know that more than anyone.
But I like that soup. The Zup
They do have the breadsticks are what they're known for. I go there for that. But
breadsticks are fire.
I think I'm speaking for Andrew when I say we're not going out to a decent, restaurant in sweatpants or pajama pants. We at least can throw a polo on, some khakis,
All right, so you guys at least have that decorum
Yeah.
going for you.
Yeah,
All right.
I like my polo
We're
every
not
now and
just
again.
slobs. That's what we're saying.
Age against youth here in the locker room.
Don't let the facial hair fool you.
All right.
Yeah, speaking about youth,
Because you guys are our future. You're my future. You're going to be taking
that's-
care of me when I'm in my 80s.
That's scary.
we're talking about future. Why don't we talk about Jalen Hurts and the Eagles' future? Because it seems like a lot.
Look how he segues. Is he getting it or what, Dan?
I mean, he is smooth as butter
The
today.
intern.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
we will talk about the Eagles and some of the things that they've been doing. We're going to play a little snippet from the Howie Roseman podcast. He was on Jason Kelsey's podcast. What's that called again?
New Heights.
New Heights.
The #1 sports podcast in America.
I
And
like
make sure to let you know that.
Spitting Chicklets is a funny one. You ever seen that one?
I don't think I have. I'll have to
You
check
gotta
it
see
out.
that. It's a hockey one. But and then big game for the Sixers tonight.
Mhm.
Sixers play the Milwaukee Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Is that game? Is that in Philly tonight? Or is it on the road? Do we know where that is? I don't even know where that is.
I have it pulled up on my laptop.
Look
I
it
can
up.
tell you right
Look
now.
it up, youth guys. But it's a big game tonight. They need.
It's in Milwaukee.
It's in Milwaukee. This is a big game tonight. But the Milwaukee Bucks, they laid an egg against Boston the other day. They lost by 40 points.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
Imagine if we could get something like that tonight.
I
Just
don't
have a
want-
nice, easy.
Well, if we won.
Yeah,
How about
if we win,
lose?
if we win, obviously.
You know, we're like on the edge with the Sixers, right?
Yeah. And with MVP award, too, I know that shouldn't be our top priority, but I feel like I speak for every Philadelphia 76ers fan when I say Joel Embiid has earned it this year.
Let's talk. Let's go back and start talking about the Philadelphia Eagles, because they did sign the Saints defensive tackle the other day, Kentavious Street, to a 1-year deal. He had 29 tackles, 3.5 sacks. 6'2", 287. Do you like that movie? You like
he's a
that
big
movie?
boy.
He's a big guy.
Him and Jordan Davis, I mean, they're going to be nasty. Obviously, I don't know how many times we're going to see them on the field together, but those are two large individuals who are going to clog up that middle.
Now, Tommy Greene, he talked about the fans, how like the umpires aren't held accountable. Like C.B. Buckner was horrible. If a player doesn't play up to his expectations, what do? We boo. Boo.
Yeah.
You got the boos in there for you.
Let's go.
Intern?
Ready?
If you do well, they cheer, right?
We don't hear much of that in Philadelphia, do we?
Hey, when we win, you do.
Yeah.
When we win.
Howie Roseman was asked about the Philadelphia fan, and I just wanted to play this because Philadelphia fans, like me, were passionate, right?
And he knows that.
Yeah.
And he knows that. So I like what he said.
And not only does he know it, but he understands it, and
He
that's the main
understands it.
thing.
He didn't understand it when he was under a fire. I think he was,
In the
only
moment.
because of his success that he's been able to appreciate where he came from.
Yeah, and reflect on his bad times.
And reflect. All right. So, and because you learn by your mistakes, and that's a true mark of someone that's doing well. You learn by your mistakes and you don't repeat them.
And you have to watch this podcast or listen to it if you have the time. He acknowledges all of that. He says, "Hey, I know when I mess up. About a year later, about 6 months later, I can tell, and I understand it. I learned from it, and I appreciate them giving me lip about it."
And in this podcast, he mentioned the fact that he's wanted to be an NFL general manager since he was 9 years old.
Did you see his picture in the yearbook?
Yeah.
Dude, he looks like a mathematician.
He wanted to be a quarterback. But he realized he didn't have the talent, so he's like, "All right, I want to be a GM now."
He's smarter than most. I mean, smarter than I was.
Now,
being 5'8".
I got to be honest with you,
senior year.
Mike Gill and Josh give me a hard time because I was always been the type of person that to run my football operation, I want somebody that has a football background. Mike obviously said no. That Howie Roseman didn't have a football background per se, but he's done a great job. So I'm going to say that I was wrong. That somebody that doesn't have a football background can be a successful general manager.
Well, and that's the thing too. He doesn't necessarily have a football playing background, a football coaching background, even a football general managing background, but he had a football passion. He had the passion for the game of football. He sees it in and out. He understands it. And I think that's what's most important.
But I think it's only because of his success that he's able to.
I agree. I feel like
if he didn't achieve this level of success, I don't think he'd have this. Have this type of rhetoric.
I mean, we're talking about a guy who's been in the Eagles organization since the year 2000.
Yes.
He's got a lot of time.
That's longer than I've been alive.
It is longer. It's longer than I've been alive too.
Oh my gosh, really?
I swear. 2002, baby.
Where were you? You guys were born after 9/11?
April 12th, before April 12th, 2001.
And where were you born?
March 9th, 2002.
So he
you guys
was
gotta
post.
you guys got to get off my lawn.
Yeah.
All right, Boomer.
All right. All right. Let's play Howie Roseman, and then we'll react to what he said. listen, I got to be honest with you. I am super duper 100% impressed with Howie Roseman.
Yeah.
And it seems to me the tone in his voice, I didn't see this. I was just you can look at somebody when they're talking to see if they have conviction and what they're saying, but it sounds to me that this is real.
Yeah.
Would you agree, Andrew?
I 100% agree. And what Danny brought up about the passion, that he himself has that football passion. He understands why Eagles fans.
When he sees people that are so passionate, he said he had 5 bad interactions with fans at the worst of times.
Yeah, and he said also too earlier in that podcast that he would send letters to, I believe, NFL organizations 3 times a month, persistent, just letters saying, "Hey, my name's Howie Roseman.
Squeaky wheel gets the grease."
Exactly. My name's Howie Roseman. I want to get involved. And finally, if someone from the Jets organization contacted him, had him for an interview, he ended up being an intern there. They were like, we'll give the crazy guy a call
you
back.
Could be a GM one day, intern.
Yeah, well, I'm already 13 years behind Howie Roseman for experience.
Yeah. Another thing that he said, and I know we're going to get to a break, but another thing that he said that I want to point out was that mentality of like a family. Like I can talk that way about you two guys, but if we leave this locker room and somebody else rips you guys, I'm offended you. I can say whatever I want to you two guys.
Yeah.
No one can say what I can say to you guys.
That's the perfect way that he put it. I mean, that's just the Philly mantra, I feel like. Everyone's going to rip into people if they're not performing well, if they're not living up to standards. But if someone else says it, that's crossing the line.
See, like my brother Bobby and I fight all the time. We're identical twins.
Exactly.
I kick his rear end all the time.
Yeah.
I can do it, and we can scream at each other, hate each other. 2 minutes later, we're like, all right, what are we doing?
Yeah.
But if somebody came up and started acting that way to him, I'd have his back.
Exactly. Me and my brother could have a
You
problem
say
the
right?
entire time. And then all of a sudden, 2 minutes later, after calling him some words I can't say on air, we're like, all right, where are we going to get some food? It's you just can't let people talk about your players, your fans that way. And Howie Roseman's not going to let them.
Yeah, and my brother and I always get a good kick out of you and Bobby. But when we particularly like when you say my idiot brother. So just for 1 second, I want to, Ryan, my idiot brother. I hope he's listening.
I got to tell you, man, I'm really impressed with Howie Roseman, and let's hope he continues. Obviously, we got the draft coming up.
Yeah, and one other thing he did mention in this new Heist podcast episode with Jason Kelsey, he's going to get a deal with Hurts done soon.
Yeah, it's inevitable.
It's going to happen soon. Hopefully before Joe Burrow.
I'm not worried about that at all, to be honest with you. I expected it to maybe happen during the combine, but yeah, it's going to happen. He's going to get a decent payday.
I'm just worried about the timing, but besides that, obviously.
All right. At the bottom of this hour, we're going to go out to Texas. We're going to talk with Hannah Hidalgo. She's from Paul VI High School. She just won the co-MVP of the McDonald's All-American Basketball class.
Incredible.
And she's going to be right here in the locker with Billy Schwein. So I want to remind people, for over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in southern New Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With a friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the locker room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need. Check out their website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. That's Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Before you head into Ocean City, stop at Circle Liquors. Tell them the locker room sent you. Folks, let me tell you about Lavari's Seafood Bar and Grill, located on Route 50 and Tuckahoe Road in Petersburg, just 8 minutes over Ocean City's 34th Street Bridge. It's an old school bar, 18 big screen TVs, daily specials, open every day at 11 a.m., celebrating 15 years in business. Thursday night is wing night, $1 wings, $2.50, domestic drafts, live music every Friday night. Give Dave Lavari a call if you want to book a private party. Give him a call at 609-628-2225. That's 609-628-2225. When we return, we'll continue with more here in the locker room with Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds, and Danny Ryan right here on 97.3 ESPN.
It's the NCAA Championship game tomorrow, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM. Who'll cut down the nets this season? Keep it locked to 97.3 ESPN to find out.
Way downtown, it's good. Splash City.
It's the NCAA Championship game, brought to you by
Calvi Electric and Progressive Fence and Rail. Trail.
Exclusively on your home for the NCAA tournament. 97.3 ESPN FM.
Ocean City's real estate market is red hot. You need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Rhymes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Rhymes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Rhymes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out his website at grimes.com.
Hundreds of Volkswagens in stock and on sale. Hundreds of Mitsubishis, even 100 electric Bintelli golf carts in stock and on sale at Tom's River Auto Group. And not one a penny over sticker. Plus, Tom's River Auto has a Birds fan bonus. $500 off just for showing up in a team jersey, hat, socks, whatever. How easy is that? New or used, Tom's River's got plenty, but hurry. On sale, they're flying. Click Tom'sRiverAutoGroup.com.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson & Sons for electrical. They're number one.
Breaking news.
Tax refund shock is everywhere, but what is it?
My tax refund shrank.
Mine too.
The culprit? Pandemic-related stimulus payments and tax credits expiring. In this reporter's opinion, you need a tax expert.
Hey guys, Jackson Hewitt guarantees your biggest refund.
And tax prep is 50% off? Going there now.
50% off is a limited time offer for new clients filing at participating locations. Max value $200. Visit jacksonhewitt.com/50 for terms.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or apply stopped, opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the free 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schweim, the intern, Andrew Leeds, Danny Ryan producing the youth movements in here. And fellas, we got a big game tonight. The Sixers and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Yeah, it'll be huge. I mean,
Joel Embiid had his last performance, 25 points, 12 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 block. Pretty good. I mean, he shut down. He kept Siakam under wraps.
Yeah, the Raptors are a team that Embiid has historically struggled with.
He had a couple nice blocks defending. SWAT. I like when he swats like a guy.
Yeah, the huge.
And he swats it right out. Take that out of here.
That's where that volleyball. That's where that volleyball experience comes into play right there. You know, he wanted to be a professional volleyball player.
Is that right?
Yeah, before he came overseas or over from
Cameroon,
Africa.
I expect a big performance out of him tonight.
Oh, for sure. He's going to be fired up. I mean, I know he's dealing with the injury, but
he's going to. Yeah, but I mean, if you're going to win the MVP, he's got to play these games.
Yeah. Speaking of winning the MVP, actually, after he fell a little bit short of Jokic, after obviously deciding to rest that game on Monday night, Jokic's odds went up and Embiid's went down. Embiid is back to being a pretty decent favorite to win the award. He's minus 175. Jokic is plus 175.
All right, but guys, let me ask the youth this question. Should Jokic be MVP again? He can't. They'll never win.
I'll answer.
Denver's never going to win. Are they ever going to win a championship?
I'll answer that question with this.
Oh.
No, he should not win MVP again. Joel Embiid has earned it.
You know what's messed up in my eyes? Like messed up, but for Nikola Jokic, we talked about this before. I think to win 3 MVPs in a row, that third year you have to go above and beyond everybody else.
We did talk about this.
It's the performance of the year before.
Even if you could argue he's having a better season than Embiid, which I don't think he is, he's got to be like 10 times better to win 3. And also, the thing that is also messed up though is over the last 3 years, if there was a year I was going to give Jokic MVP, it would probably be this year. However, the fact that he's won, like I think this year is better than Jokic's last 2 seasons.
Okay, I'll give you that.
However, I don't think he should win a third in a row, especially over Embiid. I mean, Embiid, leading the league in scoring for the second year in a row.
He's improved his passing game as well. I mean, what was that stat you said before in his last game? How many assists did he have?
He only had 1 last
time. Well, he only had 1 assist, but he had 12 rebounds, 1 block.
12 rebounds.
Yeah.
I mean, he's throwing in 4 or 5 assists a game on a good night. I know he had a game, I think it was about 5 games ago. I forget the opponent, where he finished with like 30 plus 8 and 8. He almost had a triple double.
Yeah.
I mean, he's taken his game to a new level.
Well,
he deserves
he's got
it.
37 40-point games over the last 5 years. 37 40-plus point games.
How many this year, Andrew? 12?
How many? Yeah, it's 12, which is 1 behind his own record from last season. By the way, that stat you just mentioned, Billy, every other center in the league combined only have 36 over the last 5 years. Embiid himself
combined
has every center combined.
No, but that's not an MVP candidate. That's not an MVP winner right there, right, guys? Right?
I just think, look, and then he says that he doesn't care about the MVP. We all know that that's just folly de rah. He wants that MVP, but he's saying the right things. He wants the championship.
Yeah, that's the PR side of him coming out.
The one thing with the PR side and everything with that, Tim Bontemps from ESPN, every year he does 3 straw polls during the season of all 100 MVP voters to gauge who they, during different points of the season, gauge who they would vote for MVP if their vote was official that day. And he just released his last one of the season this past, I believe, Thursday, which finished actually, even though the votes were casted that day when Embiid sat out against Denver and everybody was hating on Embiid.
Right.
Embiid still finished first in that poll by 2 points. The closest ever MVP race was 22 points back in 1990 with Magic Johnson and Charles Barkley. And so Embiid, the other crazy thing is that he actually had less first place votes than Jokic.
Wow.
Jokic had 42, Embiid had 40, but Embiid had 6 more second place votes to put him up by just 2 points.
Listen, guys, I want him to win MVP.
I want it,
but I want to be in the. I think if this team doesn't make it to the NFC Eastern Conference Championship game, I'm going to be disappointed.
I mean, they have to. That's been the narrative all season long. Make it past the second round, especially with Doc Rivers. And, we talk about Joel Embiid and the team and how they perform. I think everyone knows the writing's on the wall. If they don't make it past the second round, Doc Rivers is out of here.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Andrew, in the program, we talked about how the Sixers the other night when Harden played a great game, but he looked different. There was something about his game the other night that elevated. Like he looks like he's ready for prime time.
Yeah, it reminded me of
not
his
consistent.
No, he's not consistent as a scorer.
See, when the Sixers are 33-15 with both Embiid and Harden play, he leads the league in assists.
He creates these shot opportunities for not only Embiid, because I saw a stat, I have to look it up exactly what it was, but it was a stat that basically solidified Joel Embiid and Harden as the best dynamic duo in the league. But I'll get to the specifics in a second. But Harden creates these shots for the role players. When Harden's not there, how bad does DeAnthony Melton look? How bad does Tobias Harris look?
Yeah.
Even Tyrese Maxey. Don't get me wrong; he's scoring 37 points when Harden's not in the court. But we're not winning.
But it's not. Yeah, we're not.
It's not in an efficient way. He's doing it because he has to, because Harden's not there.
I just thought that the other day, Harden had his game went to another level.
Yeah, he was screaming.
I mean?
Whenever I saw somebody too, whenever James Harden is screaming after making a 3-point shot, the other team has no chance of winning that game
because he's showing emotion.
Yeah,
and of course, the Philadelphia fan loves that.
Of course,
right? They
Wear
love
it on your sleeve. Wear it on your sleeve.
Yeah.
We talked about Bang Bang George Niang when he's when he shoots 4+ 3-pointers, when he makes them, they're 21-2.
Yeah.
Who creates those opportunities?
Hit your shots, you're winning.
Exactly.
Don't turn the ball over. Hit your shots.
And who creates those opportunities for Bang Bang George Niang?
There you go.
James Harden.
James Harden.
He does all of it on the court as far as being a general, and you can see when he's not in the court how much he's actually missed. Tyrese Maxey is not evolved to the point where he's a great passer. I'd say he's a decent passer. I wouldn't even say good at this point but James Harden has just completely revamped his game over the past few years. He's leading the league in assists.
I feel better
passer in the
about the Sixers right now than I have all year.
That
fair to say?
This is the best I've felt about the Sixers in 4 years.
You know, when I started to have hopes is when they went. I thought it was pretty significant when they went on that West Coast trip.
Yeah,
and they won 5 games in a row.
Yeah.
Against the elite in the Western Conference.
I would say I was higher on them a few weeks ago, like maybe even a month ago when that Western Conference trip came around and they won 5 on the road. But
they're not going to be able to beat the Suns. The Suns are too tough.
Well, they are out of this world. But the thing that scares me the most, the guy we've been talking about, James Harden, that Achilles, when it's sore, it's sore. You can tell. I mean, he's putting up 2 points on terrible shooting. What do you think if that acts up in the playoffs? I mean,
come on, man, don't do that to me.
I'm not doing it to you, but it's
You're
a real
doing it to me, Dan.
It's a real factor you got to consider.
Oh man, I'm all pumped up, and you're bringing me down to earth.
Hey,
you're bringing me down to earth.
Boo myself. I'm not going to boo myself. I'll applaud myself.
Oh, brother.
Seriously though, I mean, he said it's been hurting him for a while now, and it was hard to play.
Yeah, but at this time of year, everybody's hurt, Danny.
Yeah, but that was the problem with Joel Embiid too.
Real quick, speaking of hurt, we want to talk about hurting on the defensive end. Nikola Jokic has allowed more points when trying to defend layups than any player in history since 2013.
All right, on the other side, I'm excited, really excited to talk to Hannah Hidalgo. She's called us from Texas. She's in the middle of practice. I spoke with her. Well, I text her mom and dad, Orlando and Tamara. We've been going back and forth. And I said, well, if we can't do it this week, that's fine. She goes, no. We'll pull her off the court. She's going to come off the court in the middle of practice to talk with us as she's coming off the heels of her co-MVP performance in the McDonald's All-American basketball game. And I can't wait to talk to her. She's from Paul VI High School.
Represent.
Yeah. So she's representing South Jersey. For over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in Southern Jersey. Just a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark with friendly staff. It's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City, with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need for that party. Check out the website at circleliquors.com or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. If you have any questions, Chet and his staff will set you up. They even deliver. So at Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, tell them the Locker Room sent you. A new wind is blowing at Maserati, the main line. The all-new Maserati Gregale midsize SUV has officially arrived. Stop by Maserati, the main line, located in Devon, PA, just minutes away from Center City, Philadelphia, to experience for yourself. With class-leading space, advanced driving and technology features, the Gregale makes every journey a thrilling experience. From your daily commute to weekend road trips, the Maserati Gregale elevates every moment into something truly special. Test drive the all-new Gregale for yourself and experience how it makes every day exceptional. Visit them online at motml.com or give them a call at 484-804-4800. That's 484-804-4800. Ask for Michael Pileggi to test drive your Maserati Gregale today. All right, when we return, we'll go out to Texas and talk with Hannah Hidalgo. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Coming up on the next edition of the Sports Bash with Mike Gill.
Hey, it's Mike Gill. Coming up on Monday's show, we'll look back at the Phillies-Rangers series, the Sixers weekend, and we're getting closer to draft day. We'll be all over the birds. Football at 4 with Jeff Mosher. All that and more is coming up on Monday's edition of the Sports Bash.
The Sports Bash, weekdays from 2 to 6 on 97.3 ESPN, South Jersey's sports leader.
Train presents The Unstoppables. Those captains of comfort, those gargantuans of the guarantee, those satisfaction savants who persevere perilously beyond probability as the raconteurs of reliability. Here's to Train's heralded heroes of heating and air conditioning, those comfort kings with a tireless tenacity for total turnaround. The Train Comfort Specialists. Just one more reason why it's hard to stop a train.
Hi, this is Joe Lenigan, owner of Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Call us today for your free Train system quote at 609-399-1200 or online at ocnjplumber.com. And please don't forget to ask for the military and senior discount.
Call and again, again and again. Call and again, again and again.
Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza, the pizza you're gonna love. It's got the freshest taste that you'll find any place. Randazzo's Pizza, there's one right nearby. Randazzo's Pizza, Randazzo's Pizza. It's a pizza like you never had before. Eat it or take it home, no matter where you roam. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Why would you call anyone else besides Randazzo's Pizzeria and Family Restaurant, 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Open year-round, 7 days a week, offering free delivery on the whole island and to the beach. Pizza, pasta, salads, entrees, subs, paninis, and wraps. Voted best of the shore. Call 814-1600. 814-1600.
Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find. Randazzo's Pizza, the tastiest you'll find.
Hi, this is ex-Philadelphia Eagles tight end Ken Dunnick, and I'm the current publisher of Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine, and I'm asking you to become a Camden County police officer and help make our city a better place to live. The Camden County Police Department is now hiring for sworn officers who are going to make a difference in our community. The first year's salary for the position is $51,000. So join the effort today to be part of something bigger than yourself. Visit CamdenCountyPD.org to apply online. That's CamdenCountyPD.org. Thank you.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh yeah, like bringing brownies to a dinner party. But I never bring brownies with nuts, because not everyone likes nuts, so they wouldn't eat those brownies. And even people who do like nuts will still eat brownies without them. Why? Because they're brownies.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
New Jersey lottery fans spoke up and were heard. The Green Ball promotion is back. This time for Jersey Cash 5. Whenever the Green Ball is drawn, Jersey Cash 5 players get a free second chance to win up to $50,000. This lasts only through April 2nd, so play today.
Now, more of The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back broadcasting live at Tom's River Auto Group studio right here in Northfield. It's The Locker Room with Billy Schweim, the intern Andrew Leeds, and Danny Ryan producing the show today. No police music in and out there, Danny?
Hey, I was busy getting Hannah on the line for you. You know what I'm saying? We were working on it, but...
Hey, guys, this was brought to my attention. It's such a great story. I pass by Paul VI High School every day. When I'm on my way, I substituted Audubon, and I go right by Paul VI High School. I realize that we have a superstar in our backyard. She's from South Jersey. She's a three-time All-South Jersey Player of the Year for the Courier Post. 2,000 points, over 2,000 points in her high school career. She's more importantly, co-MVP of the McDonald's basketball all-star game. Let's go to the Maserati, the Mainline Sports Hotline, and welcome into the locker room, Hannah Hidalgo. Good morning, Hannah.
Good morning.
Hannah, man, I got to tell you, this was brought to my attention, and I just said, I have to have you on my show. We are super proud of you, and boy, I'll tell you what, for 5'6", you pack a mean punch.
Yeah, you got to bring a lot when you're this short. You got to have everything.
Hannah, I got to tell you, I just said I pass by Paul VI every day. My daughter goes to Christ the King, but I substituted at Audubon, so I go right by Paul VI. And when I found out, about your career, I reached out to the athletic director, and he put me in touch with you guys. But what was it like walking out? I mean, you're the second female to be named to the game, the McDonald's All-American Classic, but you're the first girl to play because Kylie Watson was selected from Mainland, but she didn't get to play because of the pandemic.
Right. COVID, yeah.
Yeah. So what was it like walking out on that court?
I mean, it was something that was just so surreal, honestly. And honestly, it's been my dream for a long time to be able to play in the McDonald's All-American game. And so many kids just really dream of just having the opportunity to kind of be on that stage and to be one of the few girls to be able to go out there and play against the toughest competition in the country. It was just amazing.
So when that's a great point. Competition from all around the country, walking on the court with girls from all over the country. That had to be very were you nervous? I mean, were you like intimidated a little bit?
No. I wouldn't say I was intimidated. Of course I was nervous. I get nervous before like every big
Well,
game
you're not human if you don't get nervous,
like
right?
Oh, of course, absolutely. But I've grown up playing against these girls, and even playing with some of them, and I played with most of them on the USA team and against them during USA tryouts. So, I've been in this position before playing against these girls, so I wouldn't say I was intimidated. No.
Not if you're you were the Gatorade basketball player of the year in New Jersey. That's unbelievable. Did you give you a free Gatorade?
They should be sending it to my house, actually.
That's
I'm
right.
waiting for that.
That's awesome.
I'm waiting for it.
Hannah, it's Danny Ryan here, the producer for Billy Schweim. I wanted to ask you just about your performance in the McDonald's All-American game. Not only did you record a game-high 26 points, but you set a record. You set a record for 8 steals. That's the game's record. Wow. And you also dished out 5 assists and shared MVP honors, as we alluded to. I mean, overall, what was clicking in that game? You put on quite a performance. It seemed like you were clicking just from the tip-off. Take me through your emotions and overall your performance in that game.
God just truly blessed me during that game. I mean, once, when I stepped on the floor, it was just head down and just go. I mean, God truly had his hand on me. He truly blessed me, throughout all the game. I mean, even that shot at the buzzer beater during third quarter, I mean, I was like, man, God was just working in that game.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it was very high intensity. It was very competitive. And we wanted to win. And, it was nerves, but once the game started, I stepped on the court, all those nerves went out the door, and I started getting comfortable, and things just started falling for me. Once I started getting more comfortable, things started falling more.
Hey, good morning, Hannah. This is Andrew Leeds. It's a pleasure to get the chance to speak to you. I just wanted to ask, you mentioned that this has been a dream for you, and I was wondering, growing up and even nowadays, who are some of the specific basketball players, both men or women, that you looked up to and aspired to try to build your game around and inspired you to become a baller yourself?
Yeah, I mean, when I really started watching basketball, it was once I got older. So I started off watching Aerie. I started watching Kyrie. I started watching old videos of Iverson and stuff like that, Sharif Cooper, just the small guards who were just able to do it all. Smaller guards that, play with a big heart and weren't afraid. They're not afraid of anybody who's big, who's might be 6'4", or the men 6'6", and stuff like that. They're just not afraid. And I love watching those type of dogs being able to go out, especially around my height, and just do what they're able to do. So guards like those, love smaller guards.
We're talking with Hannah Hidalgo. She just was named co-MVP for the McDonald's Basketball Classic. She's from Paul VI High School, and you've committed to Notre Dame. Are you excited about that?
Absolutely. I can't wait. I watched the girls all season, and I'm excited to get in there and play, and obviously be able to play with other girls. I played with my teammate this weekend during the McDonald's All-American, Emma Reach. So that was fun, getting a little head start playing with her. So I'm excited.
So now you're down in Texas still. You're actually in the middle of practice right now. So you took a couple of minutes from practice to talk to us. I really appreciate that. But tell us what you're doing right now.
Absolutely. Well, I'm helping run a camp. So these girls from, I think it starts all the way down from 7th grade and up all the way to 12th. So I'm just helping the girls, kind of telling them about my experience and helping with drills, helping demonstrate, jumping in with drills and some of them. So that's what I'm here doing.
Well, I have a 7-year-old daughter, Eliza Grace, and she just played in her first basketball. She signed up for the Collins Rec Department basketball. So I'm going to bring her by Paul VI so you can give her a couple private lessons.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to. We got a gym.
Listen, Hannah, I also have to tell you, I graduated from Collingswood High School, and I'm very friendly with the commissioner of the WNBA, Kathy Engelberg.
Okay.
So I'll have to make her aware of I'm sure she knows all about
I was going
you.
to say, I'm sure she is well aware.
I mean, if you put up 26 with
if
8
you put
steals.
Up 26, she knows who Hannah is.
No doubt about it.
Well, listen, Hannah, I don't want to take up too much of your time because I know you're in the middle of your camp right now. Congratulations. It's a great story. You represent South Jersey really well at Paul VI High School, and continued success, and we'll have you on again.
Oh, man, that's great. Thank you. It was great. It was great being here.
All right, there she is, Hannah Hidalgo on the Maserati of the Mainline Sports Hotline. I am inspired when you get to hear the youth, you young people, but that's very impressive.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it's very strange.
Goes up against girls from all around the country. Can you imagine?
No, I mean, it's very strange being at that age finally where, men and women are being drafted into these professional leagues younger than me. I know for you, you're a little older. You've had plenty of years to experience that. But now I'm seeing, obviously, kids coming in at 18, 19, just taking over. And I'm like, what am I doing?
And I guess maybe I used the wrong, you're in the locker room. So
97.3 ESPN locker room, Billy Schwartz.
I asked her about, maybe I shouldn't use the word intimidated because maybe but there's got to be a certain amount of trepidation when you step on the court with talent from all around the country.
You could just tell from how she played in that game too, and she
5'6",
mentioned it.
You guys,
5'6", and she talked about studying those small guards, Kyrie Irving, Allen Iverson, to kind of resemble their game around hers. But she talked about that third quarter buzzer beater. Did you get a chance to see that?
Yeah, I watched a little of the highlights.
Nearly from half court. I mean, this girl went out there with so much confidence, so much skill to be able to steal the ball 8 times from your opponent.
Yeah.
That's talent right there. That's all you can say.
And that's where you see that influence from, an Allen Iverson and a Kyrie Irving. They like to pickpocket. They like to get those little jab steals and just get up on a fast break.
What a wonderful story. And of course, DJ Wagner played he's from Camden. He played in the boys men's game.
Right alongside Bronny James, who had 5 threes in the McDonald's All-American game.
James.
I want to go back really quick to this shot, though. It looks almost like she practices these deep shots in practice because it looks so fluid. It was nothing but net. I mean, she must be practicing her deep 3 ball, getting ready to take her talents to that next level because that was impressive.
That's a prestigious. When you're associated with the McDonald's. All-star, come on, man.
That's
all
of the
greats. Pinnacle of high school basketball.
Yes.
You get named to something like that, that's a phenomenal accomplishment.
And to see that, happen with somebody from Paul VI in the South Jersey area, like you said, we're proud of her. It makes you proud, even though you don't really know her personally.
I almost feel bad that I didn't get a chance to see her play.
I mean, there's going to be plenty of time.
I
in the
know,
future.
but I mean, I go by Paul VI every day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now you got to go to Notre Dame.
And
then probably Vegas.
Well, I really appreciate it. Like I said, she's in the middle of camp. She's in Texas. And when her parents got back to me, they said, well, we'll pull her out of practice. I'm like, well, I mean, I don't want to interrupt you. She said, no, we want to do it. I said, I really appreciate it. So I want to thank Orlando and her mom, Tamara, for facilitating that. All right. For over 83 years, Circle Liquor Store has offered the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits in South Jersey. It's a stone's throw away from Ocean City. It's a landmark. With friendly staff, it's no wonder why Circle Liquors was named Best of Philly, Best of Atlantic City with the most competitive prices around. Circle Liquor is now a proud sponsor of the second hour of the Locker Room with Billy Schwein. Throwing a party? Let Chet and his staff make sure you have everything you need for that party. Check out the website, circleliquors.com, or give them a call at 609-927-2921. That's 609-927-2921. Circle Liquor Store in Summers Point, New Jersey. Tell them the Locker Room sent you. Hey, just about everybody in our area heard about the Jersey Man and Philly Man magazine that's run by ex-Philadelphia tight end Ken Dunnick. Were you aware of their private business network they call the Legacy Club? Every month, they hold private events at upscale locations in Philadelphia and South Jersey that attract over 200 top business people. If you have an interest in attending one of these events and see it's a fit for your business, send an email to ken@jerseymanmagazine.com or give them a call at 856-912-4007 for more information. All right, when we return, we're going to wrap it up already, guys. Right?
Flew by. It always does fly by.
Come on, man. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein, the intern Andrew Leeds, Danny Ryan, right here on 97.3 ESPN.
Sunday Night Baseball on ESPN Radio.
Seager swings and drives the ball to center field. It is gone.
We kick off the season in Arlington, Texas, where Corey Seager and the Rangers welcome Trey Turner and the Philadelphia Phillies.
Trey Turner, 2-run home run.
The
Rangers and Phillies on Sunday Night Baseball.
This is the play-by-play home of Sunday Night Baseball, exclusively on 97.3 ESPN FM. Coverage begins at 7 p.m.
Finding an electrician that is dependable, prompt, and experienced is important. Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Service is just that. Service in Atlantic and Cape May counties for 40 years, Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services specializes in both commercial and residential work and provides 24-hour emergency services. No job too big and no job too small. Call Tom Jackson & Sons Electrical Services. They do it all. Call for a free estimate, 609-399-1999.
Call Tom Jackson and Sons for electrical, they're number one.
Every year, hundreds of children suffer from unintentional injuries or death due to unsecured guns. Camden County and Moms Demand Action South Jersey are asking for your help to reduce gun violence by spreading the Be Smart message.
Store guns unloaded, locked, and separate from ammunition. And talk to other parents about secure gun storage.
It's up to us to prevent these tragedies and save lives. Visit CamdenCounty.com/Be Smart to learn how we can stop gun accidents and deaths together.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textplan.us. Texting enrolls for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply. Reply stop to opt out. Go to nomoredraftywindows.com for full offer details. Attention all homeowners. Do you know when to replace your windows? Feeling too hot or cold? It's time to replace. Fog between the glass. Time to replace. Spending too much on expensive energy that literally goes out the window? It's definitely time to replace. If you've put off replacing windows in your home because it's too expensive, here's great news. You can now get a free in-home window consultation and free price quote from Renewal by Andersen, the company with the most 5-star reviews among leading full-service window replacement companies. And right now, you can save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. Just text PLACE to 200-300 for your free consultation on top-quality affordable windows or patio doors for $0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for a year. That's right. You don't pay a dime for an entire year. Plus, save $359 off every window and $887 off every door. But hurry, these big dollar savings end this month. Text PLACE to 200-300 right now. Text the word PLACE to 200-300. Don't wait. Text PLACE to 200-300.
Mom, Dad, Sis?
Here we go again.
Why are you in a suit? Picture, if you will, a world with the best network imaginable. I'm talking about the Xfinity 10G network. Go on. Mom, remember how your reality shows wouldn't load with all of us online? Now you can binge. And Susie, we'll have fast internet in the basement.
Nice.
If you have any questions, here's my card.
This is just your name on a gum wrapper.
Introducing the 10G network only from Xfinity. The future starts now. Now through April 23rd, new customers can get 200 megabit Xfinity internet during our limited time Xfinity 10G network launch celebration for just $25 a month for 2 years. Plus, there's no annual contract required and you get Wi-Fi equipment included. Go to Xfinity.com/10G, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Requires paperless billing and autopay with stored bank account. Restrictions apply. Taxes and fees extra. After promo, regular rates apply to internet service and devices. Actual speeds vary.
You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schwein on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN free mobile app.
All right, we're back here, broadcasting live at the Tom's River Auditorium studio right here in Northfield. Billy Schwein, Intern, Andrew Leeds, Ryan. Last night, what sports moments are all about.
Yeah.
Mark Butler hit the shot with 0.7 seconds.
I thought.
On the clock.
Oh, I thought we were talking about WrestleMania 39.
No, we're not talking
yeah,
about
no.
Come on, man.
Lamont Butler.
Well, let's play the call of that because it was very exciting. Lamont Butler. The euphoric feeling when you hit, you see the reaction of the whole crowd. It's just, I mean, that I was sitting there in like disbelief. You have it now?
We've got it now.
All right,
Yep.
Here we go.
Good call, too.
That crowd, is that so cool?
It's just amazing. And yeah, the commentators.
Here's the thing: they were trailing the whole game. I don't think they ever led.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, look, I don't think they ever led. I'm not sure if the game, except for when the news channels kept breaking in because there was a tornado in our area. But that was so cool to see that. Like that reminds me of Villanova.
He said the San Diego State miracle. That was a great call.
That's what I was going to bring up. That Villanova shot. I was also going to bring up Jalen Suggs for Gonzaga against UCLA. That was another good one.
All right, so tonight we have the girls NCAA championship, which is going to be LSU against Iowa. And then on Monday night, you have San Diego State against UConn. Our own Mike Carlin, he said UConn's going to win it.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. They look like a juggernaut right now.
This has been an exciting tournament, and this is why the smaller teams, like, anybody can win. This was a great year for that. Anybody can win.
Billy, who do you have on the women's side? And you better say Iowa.
Well, no, you know what? But so my daughter, all the kids, they had a pool, their bracket to raise money for a charity, and I told her to go with South Carolina. I thought they were going to win it. They were undefeated. They were like 41 games with end of last year, and then this year they were 36-0.
Everything you're saying applies. You're completely right, but you don't bet against the future of the WNBA. And Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark is a different beast.
She is a dog.
Yeah, we're talking about Hannah.
Yeah. How about those dogs?
Yeah, we're talking about Hannah. I mean, I'm sure that Caitlin Clark is a huge inspiration to her. I mean, seeing what Caitlin Clark having back-to-back 40-point games in both the Elite Eight and the Final Four. It's nothing to snuff about.
Yeah, but Dawn Staley and her Gamecocks, they were a juggernaut. They were just they were fundamentally sound.
Yes,
like I watched two of the games with my daughter, and I was really impressed with her. I'm surprised they lost.
Yeah.
I was a little surprised too, but at the same time, you take a look at Caitlin Clark, just what she's been able to do. It's remarkable, honestly, and I say that with full confidence that she's going to be the future of the WNBA. Wow. I say that's how talented she is. She's pulling up similar to Hidalgo from deep. I mean, deep logo type area.
Yeah. And by the way, really quick, Billy, San Diego State, they did go back and forth at the beginning. Their last lead before that last shot was 24-23, just 7 minutes into the
game. And they trailed the rest of the time. Like I said, I watched it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Wow, how fast did that go? That's the fastest 2 hours in radio.
We say it every Sunday.
So what did I miss today? Young guys, the youth, age against youth. What did I miss today?
I mean, there's some we didn't touch as much on the Eagles.
I'm not talking WrestleMania.
Come on, Sami
Zayn
and Kevin Owens put on one of the best performances.
Do you like that, Danny? That stuff?
Nah, I used to be into it a little bit when I was younger. I used to play with the Big Show action figures, but
I had a million wrestling figures.
Are you serious?
See, I'm not.
I had G.I. Joe.
Full disclosure.
No, continue, Andrew.
Full disclosure, I'm not that into wrestling anymore. I used to be as a huge kid, but as a huge
played
kid,
with G.I. Joes. You guys play with WrestleMania?
I played with G.I. Joe too. I had a block, or I had a spot around every single block, I guess.
Yeah, last night, genuinely though, I had a couple buddies over. We watched WrestleMania at the apartment, and it was genuinely
Danny,
a lot of fun.
I said, did you see that? He goes, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Well, no, then I was building a bed frame, but then WrestleMania. Yeah. WrestleMania it was a great time. It was fun. It was actually a good show.
Hey, speaking of wrestlers and WrestleMania,
Wrestler,
sorry. You texted me too last night when the buzzer beater happened. I hadn't seen it because I was
you were working.
I was at CFFC 118.
Right.
But speaking of wrestlers, you know who the color commentator is for CFFC?
No.
CM Punk. Baby.
Oh, really?
CM Punk. I got to see him up close in person.
Did you get the chance to meet him?
Who the heck is that?
Yeah. It's sorry.
Who is it?
CM Punk. He's a legend.
Get off our lawn.
Yeah,
right?
come on.
Come on.
If you're not rocking with
CM Punk, is his name?
CM
Big WWE legend.
Chicago-made Punk.
Hey,
you young guys.
He is the man. I did have the chance to meet him. He was up close and personal with everyone last night. I mean, he's so awesome. He does the post fight interviews as well.
Does he have cauliflower ear?
I don't think he does. I didn't see it, but I'll tell you what. A lot of those fighters last night, they have cauliflower ear.
CM Punk is one of my all-time favorites.
Yeah,
he's somebody growing up.
Get off my lawn, fella.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. He has a great job.
I have no idea. I don't even know what he looks like. I couldn't even tell you what it is.
He fought in MMA. He tried to fight in MMA actually after his wrestling career. He tried.
All right, Ryan. Do the Phillies get off the schneid today?
I mean, they have to. They have to.
They gave up 27 runs in 2 games. What makes you think their pitching staff's going to hold Texas to under 3 runs?
Because of how much money they're spending, and that's why. That's what makes me think that. And they don't have their best starter on the mound today, but maybe that's exactly what they need. The first 2 guys were nervous to start the 2023 season.
You think Nola and you think they were nervous? Come on.
I mean, listen, they are in a completely.
You're shaking your head, Andrew.
They're in a completely different environment.
I think they're nervous because they're not used to being the hunted. They're not used to it.
Well, that's a good
Last year, even they went into it.
Yeah,
Nobody expected them to go on a run.
I don't think Wheeler and Nola were nervous.
Maybe not Wheeler. I think Nola's also just very
I think Nola
inconsistent.
might
Here's
be
the
more
thing.
affected by the pitch clock.
Andrew's point is true to an extent about being the hunted because you were the national champions last year. But what I mean when I say you're in a hostile, new environment, the pitch clock rules, they have to have that in the back of their mind 24/7, 365.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's another mental part of it.
I think the pitcher should be able to go to first base as much as
I thought there being a limit, but I think there should be more than.
By the way, I think the game, could you look up the time of that game last night? I think it went over 3 hours.
I think it did too. A lot of these Rangers
Because,
games.
by the
for
way,
Phillies.
there's been 2 games now. We've seen 2 games where they had to actually stop the game to get an interpretation for the rule, which takes more time than just playing the game.
I found it really ironic too when that first little rule mishap happened on opening day.
Right.
Rob Manfred was in the Texas Rangers broadcast booth as it happened, and then went to the Phillies broadcast booth right after, and he had to talk about it. He had to explain it. I liked that a lot, to be honest with you.
I don't know. I don't know. What do you think? You thumbs up on the pitch clock so far after 2?
Yeah, I think the game was 3 hours and 10 minutes.
3 hours and 10 minutes.
Oh wait, no. I'm sorry, that's not correct.
What is
that?
We'll
No,
get
yeah,
to
3
it.
hours and 10 minutes. 3 hours and 10 minutes.
Listen, that's also in a game where it was 16-3, and another game before that where the opposite team scored 9 runs in 1/2 of an inning.
All right,
Yeah.
Phillies get off the schneid today?
Yes, they do. Come on.
I think they've got to. I think they will.
Offense is too good.
I think the offense is going to heat up. I think hopefully, the pitching will hold a little true. I think it'll be an ugly win, but I do
On
think.
ESPN tonight?
Yeah.
97.3 ESPN. All right. Sixers tonight. Let's start with you, Andrew. Intern.
I'm going to go with yes. I think they can take this. They took the Bucks last time. I think Embiid's playing hot. Harden, like you said, is playing out of his mind recently. I think Giannis, after coming off 40-point loss, they might be coming a little bit down to earth.
Yeah, I think they might be looking to right the ship there. What do you think, Danny?
They have to. And I think it's another must-win for the Sixers.
It's a must-win tonight?
I think so. And I think for Joel Embiid's MVP case, it's a must-win, and it's a must-show out for him. He's been not underperforming, but you throw those 20-point games in, it's going to hurt your MVP case.
I was going to ask Billy, do you think Joel Embiid locks up the MVP award tonight?
Yes.
I think so. You don't think it takes till the Boston game to lock it up?
No.
I think it might take till Boston because of how they schmacked the Bucks.
Great show, guys. The youth against the age. Youth movement. I want to thank Tommy Greene on the mound with Tommy Greene, brought to you by the Hero Campaign, and also Hannah Hidalgo. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Sunday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner. Let's go, Phillies.
The preceding program was paid for by The Locker Room with Billy Schwein.